Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Just Read VI and I am back with another video. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. As you guys know, we are on the road to 100 books. I'm so excited and happy. If you're new here, thanks for watching. Welcome aboard. If you want to become a reader, just hit the like button. Be sure to show me some love in the comments. And definitely, most importantly, you have to subscribe. So please do that as you watch me on my journey to 100 books. Let me know your thoughts, what you're thinking about this book that I'm going to be reviewing today as far as this 100 book challenge. Are you doing a reading challenge yourself this year? Let me know. We are still in October, Booktober, and I am so excited because there's been videos every week. I hope you guys have been enjoying. For my readers, welcome back. As you know, I adore you guys tremendously. You're greatly appreciated. And today I will be discussing the pumpkin plan. What better month to talk about pumpkins, right? So this book was just phenomenal, life-changing, game-changing. It's by Mike Michalowicz, and you guys are probably not gonna believe me when I say that I've been reading this book for like a year, maybe a year and some change. So embarrassing, but I would pick it up to read it, start to read it, put it down because another book was released or something else. You know, because it's a business book, well written, but you know what it's like when you have a to be read, list. You just have a list of books that you need to read. You might start to read them and then something else might come about and you might start reading that. So, and then put this down, and I would keep picking it up, and I never finished it. So I started all the way over from the beginning of this book, and I just was not disappointed because it is a great book. It's written for you to understand. The stories make it worthwhile. So this book really is about a man that had a business and his business was just failing, and he started trying to figure out how to make this work. Well, Mike, the author, how to make this work. So then he goes and he ends up finding out about this guy that grows pumpkins. So with the thought of that, now he grows pumpkins for a living, and in order to prize winning pumpkins. So these pumpkins are ginormous. So in order to do that, there's a plan that you have to do. You have to first get prize winning pumpkin seeds. You have to water. You have to make sure that there's just that one thing there. There's no other weeds or leaves coming about from anything else. It has enough space to grow, and it's the same with business. And my husband has been behind me to read this book so long because business is something that we've been interested in. I am a personal trainer, and that's business in the right clients, how to market yourself, how to handle people. If you been in business, are in business, you understand that people could get unruly, they could run you down. It gets tiresome really, really quick. So amongst that and other business ventures that we have and are interested in, this book was just phenomenal. It's like at the top of it says a simple strategy to grow remarkable business in any field. And I have to say that is a solid fact. In reading this book, I was just wowed each and every time, and it just made it more clear for me to implement a plan for how and who I come across and deal with, and how I deal with them. So this book is greatly appreciated. I highly recommend it to just about everybody. It's just good information to know. And then the cover is like, how cute. You guys know I love good covers. So yes, so there's that. And then let me share a few of my favorite parts. This actually is book 80 for me, but I decided to talk about it because it's just so phenomenal. But I've been reading, you guys. I can't wait to do my recap video. That's going to come next of where I'm at with reading and the books that I've been doing this month. As you know, in my past two videos I spoke about one book, and then I did my happy birthday video. So with that being said, it was different types of videos, so not much about books, but we're gonna get back there. So my likes about this book, hands down, was his writing style and the stories mentioned. He spoke about businesses putting other businesses out of business because of them having their unique style, about how we should, you should make yourself different from the rest instead of always following the trend. And perfect example, or just take the mold and just create a curve. How can you change it and make things better? For example, Netflix and Blockbuster. Blockbuster was around. This is the perfect example. One of the perfect examples he listed. Blockbuster was around, Netflix was competing, and they just blew Blockbuster out to where they filed for bankruptcy. And they just Netflix. Everybody know Netflix. Everybody has a Netflix, uses Netflix, so they're at the top of their game and only trying to be better. So, it's just about that. My favorite quotes. I'm gonna open it because since it's my book, I went through and I highlighted the interesting parts or the most interesting parts. I thought I had my bookmark in hand. Okay, so one of my favorite quotes was this: entrepreneurs screw up when they try to get in early in the curve and work their way to the top of the heap. They see a trend and want in on it. The problem is now they're focused on outplaying the competition when they should be focused on playing an entirely different game than the competition. Have you guys ever heard this is chess not checkers? You got to play a different game in order to win in this business field, in business, in life in general. But I just love how he brought everything together. So he continues to say, you're on the curve if you can say, I have competitors. When you evaluate and judge your performance against your competitors, innovation is lost. You're just trying to build a better VCR. So when you're on the same level, on the same path with these people or these other businesses, you are now just doing the same thing they're doing and trying to outrun them in a race versus changing, creating a curve to where you're going your own way and they're over there on their side. And yes, they're over there running the race too, but they're so far off they're doing something completely different from what you're doing, that you guys competing, yes, but you're not doing the same things. So I was like, wow, this is how we need to be thinking. Then he follows up to say, you've got to stop worrying about where you are and the product to market curve. You've got to create something so radical it makes the curve obsolete. You've got to kill the curve. How amazing is that? Like, wow. So it's just like, wow, it just really makes you think and analyze, what have I been doing and how could I make this better? And that's really essentially what he's saying in business. Taking something not necessarily always that somebody else doing, but what are you doing in that field? For example, myself, what am I doing in the fitness field that I could set myself different from the rest? What could I do that's top tier that takes away from what everybody else might be doing that makes people see the value in me? And everybody could have that. There was several stories listed about how people did things differently, worked smarter, not harder, and they, was to the top of their game. So that was definitely my favorite my favorite quote. And then the Netflix and Blockbuster thing, but I just gonna go to working a plan because this definitely was my favorite part of the book. So working the plan, and the first one is analyze your industry norms and then do the opposite. So what everybody else doing in that industry, do the opposite of that. Try to find that thing that's so different and set you apart. 2, go back to the wish list. So in the book, he talks about setting a wish list of what your best clients would like for you to do to then not just stick with you, but be there. Like, say, for example, you're a pizza delivery company and you have this client that you appreciate so much. They always give you tips. They literally order from you every week. So you try to figure out, how could I make them more happy? And they said, well, if you guys offer drinks, that would be through the moon, because when you come and you deliver the pizza, I have to then walk around the block, and then I have to go to the corner store and get a drink. So you start offering drinks. This person now is ordering not only pizza, but drinks as well from you. So now you just up your business, and they're going to tell people who going to tell people who going to tell people. So that is an example of, what's on your best client wish list. And it's important that it's your best client, because you don't want to be going above and beyond for everybody. You have to understand that that's not how you win. If you were to do that, you're going to wear yourself out. As people know, if you know, you know. Number 3, find your EST. When you're the est of something, the biggest, the brightest, the smelliest, you can create your own curve. So, what are you the best in? Find that and capitalize off of it. Because when you're the best in something, that's when people come into you like, oh, this, she's the best in this. She specializes in this. I know you've heard people say that several times. It's just like, And it's crazy because it's things that you think about and you might know in your subconscious, but you don't really think about it in this form, in this order of a plan to win. So that, and then again, he says, when you find your best, you quickly become most likely to succeed, which is very true. So all in all, this book was just phenomenal. I would share the whole book with you in this video, but then that would just put me way over time. I'm going to have more of an in-depth review on Instagram. I shared a lot in this video, but long story short, buy the book. This book is definitely worth your money. It's not a new book. He has other books he's written, and then he has his website where you could go on there and check stuff out. Also, it was just amazing, like an amazing guide to really growing the best business. If you listen and you stick to the plan, you can win, you can do it. And that's my thing. Like, I took notes, I wrote stuff down, and now I analyzing and trying to figure out what my thing is. And also, before I leave, what your is the thing about it is finding out what the whole gist of the book is finding out what your big pumpkin is. Who is your demographic, your major clients? A lot of the times when people go into business, they want to serve and cater to everybody. It's very important that you find your demographics and you push and you push and you push hard. But without finding that, trying to solve everybody, it just doesn't work out for you, because you kill yourself out. And there are some businesses that do that, but they have that person, they have that client, that demographic for sure in place. There are going to be other people that are going to fall off in time because this isn't for them. This isn't necessarily what they want to do or appreciate as much as your demographic. So finding your demographic is super important. Just Read stars. I give this book 5 out of 5 stars, hands down. Definitely be on the lookout for this book. Definitely check it out. It's amazing. I will have the link below so that you could buy it on Amazon. It's just such a good read. Like, I appreciated it so much, and I can't believe it took me so long to read it. A little embarrassing, but it happens, right? As you guys know, I'm sure. So check this book out. Would I recommend? Absolutely. I'm recommending it right now. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Toodles!